So this will be a quick comparison between three earphones that might or might not interest you. The first, which is Tanchjim's new flagship, their Force. This is the Tanchjim Force. Uh, they claim it's their flagship, but I personally don't see this near a flagship level earphone in sound. I'm comparing it against the already existing flagship, which is the Origin, the Tanchjim Origin, which is a fantastic earphone. The dynamic driver inside is fantastic as well. And then I'm comparing it against the already legendary, in fact, it's still my favorite earphone till date, my favorite dynamic driver, which is the Tripowin Olina. Now, the reason why I'm doing the Olina against these two Tanchjim products is that when the Olinas came out 3 years ago, over 3 years ago, 3.5 years back, they said that it was using the oxygen, the Tanchjim oxygen driver. Now, I don't know whether this is correct. I never got to open the Olinas to confirm this, but they're saying the driver they used in the Origin is what they used in this to get the same level of tuning response. So this is what they claimed. But then again, one thing I will say for certain here is that this set is a lot better than these other two, but I will explain why. Uh, the the thing here is that one thing with Tanchjim generally is that they tend to look for vocal lovers. I've noticed that with almost every set they send me. So if you're someone that actually loves vocals, you want haunting vocals, very detailed, crystal clear vocals. That I don't think that I've listened to any earphone that is a dynamic driver earphone that has the same level of vocal detail as the Origin. The Origin is insanely detailed in the vocal region. The only main problem the Origin has is the bass. And it's always been that way. They scooped out the bass entirely, and it makes it very difficult to perform at its peak best. Now, when you compare it to the Olinas, for instance, the Olinas are very, very warm. The vocals are very full and very lush. So if you're someone like me that watches movies and you need accurate reproduction of sound, the Olinas are by far the best earphones I've listened to for movies. The reason is because of that mid-range. The mid-range is thick, it's warm, and it can allow you to listen to even fatigue scenes in movies properly. You would not even have any harsh piercings in your ears. So if you need a mellow, laid-back, thick mid-range, the Olinas are for you. But if you are looking for like intricate, detailed mid-range, then you can easily go for the Origin. The other thing again you have to look at again is the Force. The Force has an incoherent tuning. That's the major thing that has killed the Force. Normally, the Force should be easily competing with these guys, even beating them out in so many categories. But one problem with the Force is that it has very incoherent mid-range and very, very mid performance in the treble region. So the treble is not very transparent. There is an incoherent response with the tuning of the Force. The Force has two dynamic drivers. Now, for some reason, they're using the beryllium driver that's in here, the coated beryllium driver in here for the treble and the mid-range, which I've never really heard of before. Generally, berylliums are the best for bass. So I wonder why Tanchjim is turning everything upside down and they want to give you something totally out of the ordinary. So they're using one titanium driver like that for the bass, and you can easily tell there is no bass in this Force. The Force lacks any semblance of bass. The bass is nowhere near even the Origin. That is even the worst part of it all. The Origin has more potent, more impactful bass than the Force, and that's a major problem because they're already marketing the Force as a bass headset. Now, the illusion they give you as base for the Force is pillowy, muddy bass. When you listen to the Force, you will easily tell that that bass is not proper bass. It's this kind of mushy mid bass that is not strong or tight or resolving. It doesn't have any impact. So that I think they just like tilted a certain mid-bass response up slightly on the graph, and they all of a sudden thought to themselves, wow, we've gotten good bass for the first time in our set, let's release it. But they don't realize that they should experiment more, find other companies, get all their earphones, test and compare again, at least back to back against their own sets. You should be able to compete with other companies you are trying to price your earphones on their same level. So I don't understand this. This set is a massive fail for me. The Force is a done and dusted product. Between the Olinas and the Origin, the Olinas are slightly better because of the bass. The bass is fantastic. The Olinas can handle movie soundtrack from top to bottom to the deepest, lowest rumble of that scene. It will handle it correctly. The Origin cannot do that. The only thing the Origin has better is the mid range. It's a lot better, and even the treble, it extends better in the treble region for music alone. But other than that, the two sets I'm going to highly recommend is the Olinas number one, and then the Origin. The Force, I don't think I would recommend that set. They need to go work on the Force. It's nowhere near a flagship, but I just had to do this comparison to show you guys the difference before you go buying any of the sets, especially the Force. If you guys have enjoyed this video, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, follow us here. I'll see you guys very much next